we've talked a lot about like 2D renders from 3D models and then real time. An issue we see, if you're wanting to create 3D models for real time experiences like augmented reality and others, you have to make them with real time PBR materials.
Yeah.
And we see a lot if models were originally created for render only, people are trying to compare apples to oranges. So how are you guys thinking about that? Or are you, making a push to just say, okay, we're going to do all real time, or is it always going to be a bit of both?
Well, we started with a use case that didn't require real time. And for a couple of years, we stayed small enough, and the shared library was, small enough that we weren't really worried about that. But now that we want to set a standard for the model, whoever's making it. There is no way, as much as I would love to be that single source of truth, the largest retailer, there's a lot of people in the organization that need to make models for whatever they're working on. And we want to set that standard, like, that's fine, but please start with this type of file format to begin with. I think more and more learning from people like yourself about, look, if you're going to scale, there are certain things you need to think about, use cases you need to think about for that asset to really be able to scale going into the future, especially. So I don't know if we've figured it out yet, but at least we've flagged that it's something we better think about now. So
yeah. And I think that's so important, because at the end of the day, especially someone as big as Walmart, you're going to have vendors, you're going to have merchants creating assets. But if there's clear guidelines and rules people can follow, and to be honest, most people want some of those, like, where do I start? But being able to have guidelines and even shared material libraries, we've seen so much speed up content creation, and just make sure that brown leather is the same brown leather look with everything,
Yeah, that gets into machine learning a little bit, but again, if we're planful ahead of time, then we're set up for those moments as well. And yes, we're huge, but we do. Even though the catalog is very large, we don't sell Ferraris, so we don't need to worry about those PMS colors and those machine parts. Someday, maybe.